have a gut feeling that the Fauci files from Twitter may be coming out soon as we're seeing more positivity about Dr. Fauci in the media. They actually have an entire documentary on him through PBS, but I'm not sure if they're actually getting the initial reaction that they expected, as it's opening up a whole lot of plot holes that I'm going to be showing you guys today. What kind of plot holes? Well, let me just say that it involves Fauci and the health crisis early on. It also includes Pfizer and the vaccine, so it's for sure to be a very interesting watch, given that, I've got a lot of footage to share with you guys. Also, what do you think could be the reason as to why some government officials deny showing public in-depth research? Any guesses? Is it because we can't handle the truth? Are they trying to protect us? Or are they just trying to cover something up? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Now, related to that, a new report that shows the ill effects of fluoride. That's right, guys. Fluoride has just been released. Man, oh man. You guys are going to want to watch until the end for this one. Now, before I continue, please take a second, smash the like button for the video. I really do appreciate all the love and the support, you guys. And if you're new here and you're in need of your daily dose of the truth when it comes to global happenings, Social Security, SSI, SSDI, the stock market, the housing market, and the state of our economy, and of course, whatever's going on in Washington, D.C. that affects our lives, our families, and our bank accounts, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And for the very best way to invest in gold, there is a link in the description down below of this video. Now, the truth shall set you free. It's an old adage, but it still makes a lot of sense today. And this is why I'm bringing you guys an update regarding the fluoride emails. Now, you might be asking, what emails? Well, it's internal communications that involve a few very high-ranking government officials, one of them being the Assistant Health Secretary Rachel Levine, and her intent to put a report on hold. Check out this email. Now, as you can see here, it says there that a member of the CDC Washington office discussed a heads up from the NIH. They also talked about the National Toxicology Program monograph related to fluoride and IQ. They also assumed that the other person was already aware and suggested a chat. But look at who was name dropped there. It says, the latest we heard yesterday is that ASH Levine has put the report on hold until further notice. End quote. Now, AHS Levine clearly indicating the health secretary. So don't worry, the report's under wraps. The public doesn't have to know. Now, this report is already available on fluoridealert.org if you guys want to check it out for yourselves. It's redacted, but you can still see the internal emails that wanted this entire thing blocked from our view. But what is it about fluoride and IQ? Now, I went on to the National Library of Medicine's website just to check it out and see if they had anything on it, and check this out. Now, I'm not going to read the entire thing because, it's kind of boring, but they've done the research with, quote, chronic exposure to high levels of fluoride, end quote, and its effects on health, which includes cognitive function. They collected data that was analyzed using a systemic narrative synthesis approach and by subgroup, study design, age of participants, levels of fluoride exposure, and methodology quality. End quote. In it, they linked the intake of high doses of fluoride in children to possibly have an effect and a negative cognition outcome. Now, of course, the question that we're asking now is this in our water? Well, yes. And some are already calling out for this to be removed. Now, one of those people is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Now, look what he said. Quote, these findings fly in the face of the empty, unscientific claims U.S. health officials have propagated for years, namely that water fluoridation is safe and beneficial. It's past time to eliminate this neurotoxin from our water supply, end quote. Wow, they're poisoning our water? Are you serious? Like, what do you guys make of this? Now, with many things that have happened to us in recent years, do you somehow feel betrayed? And speaking of going back a few years, were you guys aware of the documentary of Dr. Anthony Fauci? The one that was shot during the health crisis? Now, let me just play you a clip of the good doctor trying his best to get people vaccinated, as well as comments on people who just refuse to get jabbed. Okay, judging people by their political party, that's not okay. I don't know. Do you guys believe that we should stick to stereotypes when it comes to being a Democrat or being a Republican? And wait, did he say that unvaccinated people are going to keep the outbreak smoldering? Did Pfizer forget to tell him this?
Was the Pfizer COVID vaccine tested on stopping the transmission of the virus before it entered the market? If not, please say it clearly. If yes, are you willing to share the data with this committee? And I really want a straight answer, yes or no, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Regarding the question around, did we know about stopping immunisation before it's entered the market? No, we had to really move at the speed of science to really understand what is taking place in the market. And from that point of view, we had to do everything at risk.
Well, that was awkward. Just so you guys know, this footage from Fauci was at the onset of the health crisis, and the one from Pfizer was after it, which begs the question, what data was Fauci referring to when he said that the outbreak would be worsened by people who did not get jabbed, given that Pfizer admitted that they don't stop the spread of the virus? I mean, that's a real head scratcher right there, right? There's also this little back and forth between a resident of DC, Dr. Fauci, and Mayor Muriel Bowser regarding these drugs. Here, check this out.
The people in America
right now, as close as we are, is that I've been vaccinated.
Right.
But if it allows thousands of people like you don't get vaccinated, you're going to let this virus continue to percolate in this country and in this world.
Something like the common flu then, right?
And not
it's
like
much
the
more
flu.
serious than the flu.
Well, the flu kills a lot of people annually too.
You know how many people died of the flu the last year? I mean, not this year, virtually none, but the previous year, about 20 to 30,000. You know how many people have died from COVID-19 in the United States? 600,000 Americans.
Well, the number that you all giving that died, that's once again, that's you all's number.
You gonna pass?
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Because when you start talking about paying people to get vaccinated, when you start talking about incentivizing things to get people vaccinated, it's something else going on with that. Something else going on.
It is something going on.
There's something else.
You're right. But I'm glad millions of people like me and most everybody here didn't get an incentive. You know what their incentive was? Protecting their health and protecting the city. But I won't keep you anymore.
It's okay, because my incentive, y'all campaign is about fear. It's about inciting fear in people. You all attack people with fear. That's what this pandemic is. It's a fear. It's fear, this pandemic. That's all it is.
Wow. And like I always say, your body, your rules. You want to get vaccinated? That's your choice. But I did not make this documentary. Fauci willingly let these people film him and Bowser. And this is just a whole other level of gaslighting. What do you guys think of all this? I mean, can you relate to this guy in the video? And are any of you excited to see more footage from this documentary? You know what I'm excited for? The direction of gold. That's right, guys. Gold has actually been on a tear lately, but for the best way to invest in gold, hit the link in the description down below this video. But what I'm also excited for is for you guys, because you watched all the way until the end. So let's talk about opportunities, right? Now, I understand times are tough and that our financial troubles are hitting us left and right. But what if you had gloves on? What if you could fight back? There are plenty of ways you can get back to financial freedom. I mean, there's side hustles and small businesses, investments in the stock market, real estate, methods that could help you to strengthen your cash flow and hopefully even develop multiple streams of income. That's the exact reason as to why we have a Patreon community down below if you'd like to join that. But before I go, please don't forget to drop a thumbs up for the video. Also subscribe for your daily dose of the truth. I appreciate you guys watching. Please be kind to one another, and I'll see you on the next one.